Hello all, welcome to part 269 of Java, that is Core Java training series. In this session, I am going to practically demonstrate how to run Java programs using command line commands. So let's get started. So in the previous sessions, we have used Eclipse IDE everywhere. Okay, everywhere we have used Eclipse IDE to run the Java programs. But here, for a difference or for a change, okay, I'm showing you just for the knowledge sake how to run the Java programs using the command line commands without using any IDEs or editors like advanced editors like Eclipse IDE or Intellij. How to do that? Okay, that's what is the topic all about. Okay, so for this, anyhow, we have to install Java. Okay, I've already downloaded and installed Java in my machine. So if you have not downloaded and installed Java in your machine, what you have to simply do is simply say download, okay, Java JDK, okay, and we have to select a version here. Okay, which version you are going to take? Better to take the LTS versions, okay, long-term support versions. If you want to know about the versions, you can search for Java versions here, and you will get this Wikipedia page here somewhere here, Wikipedia page containing all the versions of Java. Okay, in this, we have to take the latest version. Okay, as per now, as you can see, this is September 2022, maybe Java SE 19. Okay, this is September, right? It will be released in this month. Okay, in this month, Java SE 19 will be released. Okay, so but this is not the LTS version. If you see in the back brackets, LTS is not there. Okay, next LTS is in September 2023, next year. Okay, that is going to be LTS version. For now, the latest LTS version we have of Java is Java SE 17 LTS. Okay, what is LTS means? Long term support. Okay, they will give you updates till 2029. You can easily use the same version of Java, guys. If you download and install Java in your machine, you don't have to worry anything about, and all updates you will get till 2029. That is almost 7 years from now, guys. Okay, for 7 years from now, you'll get all the updates on Java, guys. So I strongly recommend taking the latest LTS version. That is at this date, when I'm recording this video, Java SE 17 LTS is there. Simply say LTS 17 or something and click on enter, and you will get Java SE 17 archive downloads from Oracle. And you see, I told you that you will get updates, right? This LTS version, you will get the updates. Okay. The latest update is 4.1. Initially, they released 17 version. Then they released updated version 17.0. It keeps on updating, guys. You can update the version. Okay, 17.0.3 and all. Whatever the latest version is there, there is 17.0.4.1. I'll take that, and I'll download this. Okay, I'll download this exe file and double click and install. That's it. Okay, I'm not going in depth because in the previous sessions I already covered how to download and install Java in your machines. Okay, very basic steps. You just have to click here. The exe file of the Java will be installed for Windows machine because my machine is Windows machine. And you just have to double click on the exe file and say next, 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 and Java will be installed in your machine. In my machine, where exactly this Java has been installed? I told you, right? I already installed Java in my machine using this link and exe file. Then where exactly in my machine the Java has been installed? Open this folder, go to the C drive. Since the version of the Java I have installed is a 64-bit version, there are two program files here, normal program files and program files x86. This is 32-bit, whereas normal program files means 64-bit. So this Java has been installed in program files folder. You will see a Java folder here. Open the Java folder, and here you see the same version is available, 0.4.1. Okay, a folder with the name JDK 17.0.1 is there. Now, once you install Java and once you get this Java folder created under the program files like this automatically, now we need to provide this path. This is Java home path, guys. Okay, Java home path. We have to configure the Java in our machine. How to configure the Java in our machine? By putting this folder open, just click on the search button. We generally have to go to the control panel and find this option, guys. But if you are using Windows 10 or Windows 11, right, the easiest way is just type edit environment. Okay, just two words. You just type environment, You see, edit environment variables for your account, control panel option. Okay. If you don't find this option, you can Google search, guys, according to your operating system, and you will find that in the control panel. Select that option. You'll get this dialog, environment variables dialog. There are two sections, user variables and system variables. Don't have to worry about the user variables. Focus on the system variables, guys, where you have to create this system variable. I already configured Java in my machine, guys. Okay. If you have not configured Java in your machine, okay, before I demonstrate you the command line thing, make sure that you create this one. Okay. So yeah, just create this Java. Okay. 1 minute. Edit environment variables, control panel, environment variables. Go to this is how you have to come here, guys. Okay. This is how you have to come here. Generally, it will be like you just need to search for edit system environment variables. Okay. Edit system environment. 3 words you type, and you'll get this edit system. Otherwise, edit system you say, you'll get this. Okay. And you'll get this dialog, system properties dialog. Advanced tab will be highlighted by default, selected by default. Click on the environment variables, then you'll get, you have to ignore the user variables and just you have to focus on the system variables. And here you see already I created the Java underscore home. How did I create this Java underscore home? I just click next, new button there, and just gave the home and copied this path from here, and pasted it here. That's it. And said okay. And this Java home got created. And also by default, okay, this one I have to manually create, guys. This will not exist by default, but path system variable will come by default, guys. Okay. If you edit this path variable, guys, you see there are a lot of paths here. Okay. So here I added this path, guys. Okay. I just selected new, and same path I gave, the program files and /bin. Okay. Inside the till bin folder I am giving. Okay. I'm giving the path till the bin folder. This path, guys. Okay. Here I am giving that. Okay. So why to give it double? I already gave. I'm just deleting that. Okay. Only one time you have to give. Okay. See program files till bin folder path you have to give. So with this, the configuration of Java will be done. The next thing that we have to do here is, after installing Java, after configuring the Java, we have to create a Java program in Notepad file. Okay. So I'm not going to use any advanced editors like Intellij or Eclipse IDE here for running the Java programs. I'm going to run the Java programs using command line commands. For that, we need a basic editor which comes by default when you get your operating system. In Windows operating system, there is a basic editor known as Notepad, guys. Okay. The basic editor known as Notepad editor. Okay. I'll go to one location first. Okay. There's a peaceful location in my machine. Okay. So which is kind of clean now at this moment. Okay. Any location, any folder, any drive, any place you go where you feel comfortable, and create some folder. Let's say I'm just creating a folder for separation purpose. Say Java command line demo. Okay. Even though you don't create this, also fine. Okay. I'm just creating this folder just for the sake. And here I'll create, right click and say new, and okay, a notepad file or a text document is also fine. Okay. I'll just select this text document, open this text document. It is a very basic editor, right? You see it got opened in the notepad only. Public, so let's create a class. Okay. Public class 1. Okay. Some random name, class 1 I'm giving. Inside this class, I'm writing main method, public static void main, then string of. I have to write everything manually here. I cannot auto generate because it's a normal editor like this. Inside the main method, I'll write a sample print statement. That's it. Okay. System dot out dot println. Okay. My name I will print. Okay. I'll give my name in the double quotes and put a semicolon. This is some sample Java code. While saving this file, you have to say file save as, and say what is the name of the file? Class 1, right? Just give the same name, class 1, name of the class 1 dot Java. Okay. And select save as, type as all files, and click on save. Okay. Now you see class 1 dot Java file is created. Delete this. Now we need this Java file. Now we have the Java file here. First thing is that before you can run the Java file, okay, make sure that you already installed Java and configured Java. That's one thing. Second thing is, you cannot directly run the Java file. You cannot directly run this Java file. Okay. There is a command for running the Java file. You see, run the Java program using command line command. Okay. So Java file name. If I give this command, guys, it has to run. Okay. But how to get this command prompt, and the command prompt should open at this location, guys. Okay. This path should be there in the command prompt so that this file will be accessible. So for that, don't open the command prompt from here. If you say CMD, it will open at a different location. See users, my username folder, it is by default giving the path. But I want this command prompt path to be at this path where this class1.java file is available. So simple logic technique here is select this path and type CMD here. Enter. Now you see the command prompt will open this time. Command prompt will open here, but you see the location is Java command line demo. Okay, this path where the class1.java file is available. If I want to directly run this Java file, is it possible? The command here, I told you already, the command here is Java, the name of the Java file name. Okay, what is the name of the Java file name? Class1. Okay, Java space class1. I will give class1 and press enter. You see it will not run, guys. Okay, could not find or load the class1. Okay, it need to be compiled first. This particular Java file need to be compiled first. Okay, so in Eclipse IDE, if you have seen, or in Intellij you have seen, what happens is when you are writing the Java program, in the background, those editors are automatically using the Java compiler and compiling and giving us a syntax errors. But here in this case, when you are doing it manually using the command prompt and all, the compiling thing we have to manually do, because our editor is a basic editor and it's not supporting auto compiling feature. Okay, so first we have to compile, guys. Okay, first we have to compile. So again, let's open the command prompt from here at this location. How to compile this Java file? This is a Java file, .java file, class1.java file. How to compile this Java file? For that, we have the command known as Java C space name of the file class1. Here you have to give the extension, guys. Don't forget to give the extension here. Okay, a lot of people, they think that the way they run Java class1, Java C class1, they will think, but extension should be given here when you are compiling. Okay, Java C means Java compiler. Using the Java compiler, you are compiling this class1.java file. Press enter. Just press enter. You see class file has been created. It will contain the bytecode. Okay, it will contain the bytecode. What is bytecode? What is JVM and all? What is platform independent? Everything I covered as part of the previous session, so I'm not going to cover here. The main focus is on how to compile. Okay, when you compile this Java file, a class file will be created. Now you are entitled to run the Java file here. Okay, because you have the class file, right? Now you can say Java class1. You don't have to give the extension when you are running Java class1 and press enter. You'll get the output. You got the output. Okay, you got the output. Fine. So how can you get the compiler errors? Okay, let's say right click. I'll intentionally make some mistakes here. I'll open this with Notepad or something, and I'll intentionally remove a semicolon symbol from here. I'll save this file. Here semicolon is compulsory in Java. Okay, otherwise you'll get compiler errors. I'll remove this dot class file. Now again I'll open the command prompt and say Java C. I'll compile first. Okay, the name of the file is class1 dot Java. Press enter, you will get the compiler error this time. You see, at Java, in this class1 file, at the class1 dot Java file, at the line 6, there is an error where you have to provide semicolon is expected. Okay, at the end of this statement, system.out.println statement, you have to provide a semicolon. One compiler error is there. Without this, you cannot run the program. If you try to run the program, Java class1, okay, you have not compiled, so it will not run, guys. Simple. Okay, so what I have to do? So again, I have to edit this Java file. Okay, so right click on this Java file, open with. This time I'll resolve the compiler error, just which is coming just because of this semicolon symbol. Save this file. Now again do the process. This time it will compile properly and dot class file will be created. Java C class1 dot Java. Now compiling will be done successfully without any compiler errors. Again Java to run the file. Java class1 without any extension. Okay, you got the output. My name got printed in the output. So this is how, guys. This is how. Okay, you got the commands right. You got the commands right. This for compiling. This is for running. Okay. So without using any advanced editors like Eclipse IDE or Intellij, we have simply used the command line commands like Java C file name .java and Java file name to compile the Java file. Okay, which is written in a where the Java program is written in a basic text file or Notepad file. Okay, and We have compiled it, we have run it, we have resolved the compiler errors, we have seen the compiler errors, we have resolved it, we have then run that so that we got the proper output again. Okay, this is all about running the Java programs using the command line commands. So hope guys you understood this session, and you will be able to use the command line. Okay, if there is a situation where you have to use command line to run the Java programs, okay, you can use this approach for running the Java programs using the command line commands like Java C filename.java and Java file name. Okay, so that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye.